Teeski. What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, T-Man. And today, we got everybody's favorite week, Larry Bird week. You feel me? They might as well make it a national holiday at this point. But today, man, I got something nice for y'all. It's why you never poke Larry Bird, a trash talk story told by NBA legends. You feel me? I ain't never seen this shit. You ain't never seen it. Shit, grab your Dr. Kelp, grab your potato chips. You feel me? You might as well go grab your cat too. You know what I mean? Your cat want to see this too. And you come sit back down, come sit down. Feel me? We finna all watch this. Let's get straight into it though. I ain't gonna lie. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notice. You feel me? But that's up to you. So I'm gonna let you do what you do. But I want y'all to get down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and concerns on the video. If it ain't got nothing to do with the video, still comment anyway. I don't care. I'll respond. You feel me? Let me know what y'all want to see next. But let's get straight into this video, man. That's enough yapping. Larry Bird, trash talk strikes again.
You guys played the Celtics, Big Three, in the playoffs, '88. What were those matchups like?
They're brutal.
We were trying to go at each other's throat.
It was unbelievable. I mean, game 7.
Game 7 of the 1988 Eastern Conference semifinals. For Dominique Wilkins and the Hawks. And Larry Bird and the Celtics. It was a time to test their championship resolve. For 3 quarters, the teams fought to a standstill.
Right.
But it was only a prelude to what was to come.
Right.
As the final quarter began, a grueling personal contest of can you top this was about to begin.
Come here. Now Dominique and Larry had some crazy battles for sure. Come here. Fader. I ain't know Dominique was like that until we started watching the film. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was just a dunker.
The best in each other.
While I was in college, I used to watch and get Sports Illustrated, and I remember seeing Dominique Wilkins. I said, man, I would love to play with this guy, not knowing anything about the Hawks, but it was like, I would love to play with him. And then ended up getting drafted by Atlanta. Now Nick's my teammate. And I was like, I mean, a dream come true.
You think about those Atlanta teams with Dominique,
Wow.
Spud, and Doc Rivers.
Doc and shit.
Rollins.
And so we, they for sure had the respect of us. Kevin Willis was a good player, and Dominique and Doc Rivers and Spud Webb came off their bench.
And Randy with Trey Rollins.
Bro, fuck what they talking about. Do y'all see these fucking dunks? Bro, do y'all want to do Dominique highlight reel? I'm finna go to this video in the middle of this shit. No, let me stop. All right, bro. We gonna listen to this story. My fault. He dunking. Y'all can't he dunking shit. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Kevin
Kevin
Willis.
Willis, yeah.
I mean, look, Flip Robbins, Flip Levinson. There was no big dog. Yeah.
We were growing, we were young, we were really athletic. We had that energy that a team would
Not dunking like that, kid.
Chemistry, began to understand each other's games, weaknesses,
Bro.
and strengths. And we did that, and we started to flourish after the first 4 or 5 years.
They were a deep team that could score the ball, and if we weren't at our best, we were in trouble.
But with that team, they were so fun to watch because Dominique was the headliner, but everyone else around him. When we talked about Spud Webb, they would come over and play with us across the street at Georgia Tech. You say, this little joker can flat out go. First small guy getting the dunk contest, win the dunk contest, all that hype around them. The question would be, when it got crunch time, the other team would outsmart them. That was a pretty good bunch to not win it all. And they had that one, remember the Dominique, Larry Bird, big shooter.
It's game 7 in 1988 against the Atlanta Hawks. Dominique and Larry Bird one of the most clutch moments. I remember watching it as a kid. Got me hyped. I went outside and started shooting outside
I'm
the
hyped.
playground, pretending I was both of y'all. But
1988.
that had to be one of the best
Conference
moments.
semifinals. Neek and Bird.
Game 7 of the Dominique Bird series.
Shot for shot.
Shot for shot. Dominique and Bird going back and forth.
You know, we should have eliminated them in 6.
Well, the whole series was crazy. Game 1 and 2, the Celtics won by like a combined 80 points. Like they blew us out.
As the Hawks found themselves down to the final gasp. But back home in the Omni, they were flying high. The offensive spark plug, little Spud Webb, found a way to
Bro, hey, Doc Rivers,
defense,
that nigga look like he used to chew on eraser tops, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Much needed victory.
I remember coming back from Game 3 to Atlanta, and the big article in Atlanta Journal was put a fork in them, we're done. You know, and then we win Game 3 and then win Game 4, go into Boston and win Game 5. And that was a great game. I think we took control.
Look at this Spud. Damn, this nigga dunked everything.
It's kind of a clash of two worlds. In Bird, you've got somebody who's already an icon. He's already been sanctified as a Boston Saint. And Dominique represents a different kind of basketball.
We had him, Matt, the one time we were up 3-2.
Let me move over here for y'all young niggas.
5 in Boston. We was not.
Hey, y'all like me on this side. It's my good side. Stupid ass.
We knew going to Game 6. I said, man, we could advance and we can beat these guys.
The frenetic Hawks, led by the Freakazoid, had old school Boston by the throat. Up 3-2 in the best-of-7 series.
All Atlanta has to do is go down to Atlanta and close the series out.
And then the last play in Game 6 was, Dominique and I were the two guys that scored.
And at the end of the game, we drew up a play.
I called a timeout because they knew what we were running. We called another one.
It turned into a broken play.
I inbounded the ball to Cliff Livingston, and he was supposed to dribble handoff to either me or Dominique. DJ read it, and he top-sided me. Cliff looked at Dominique, and then Cliff went on his own.
I went to basket left hand running hook. I was mad.
Cliff's right-handed. He shot a left-handed hook shot.
Livingston, no. Boston has won the game.
Because the play was supposed to come to me, and I'm like, Woody, don't break the play, bro. And so we ended up losing that game, and after the game.
And I remember this old lady at the airport. I mean, and I'm not exaggerating, she may have been 80. Had her little purse, and she walks up to me, "Hey, Rivers, you thought you wasn't coming back, did you?" I will never forget that. I wish I knew who that lady was.
Barrett made a prediction. He said, Atlanta blew their opportunity. I'm guaranteeing to win in Boston.
Well, they had their chance. They had a big chance to beat us. I think now that we're going to come out and play like we did tonight, but we're going to be at home. And our shots are going to be dropping a little bit better, and we're going to be running a little bit faster. So I'd say Sunday's going to be a big win for the Celtics.
And we had to look at that, right? I guarantee a win. Atlanta blew their opportunity. And I'm like, hey, I don't know what Bird talking about. We have a great opportunity. We going in there. We going to kick their butt. We coming to win. I don't care what he said. We get to Boston, and we walk out of the locker room, and I stop. I said, we going to win this bleak game. I said, if you ain't ready to fight, you ain't ready to go to war. If you guys ain't ready to fight, you ain't ready to go to war, don't even come on the court. Don't come out here. So whoever guarding me tonight going to have a long night. Unfortunately, Bird was saying the same thing in the locker room.
That's how he was coming?
to his teammates. So it set up for one of the greatest shootouts ever in the 7th game. And I remember
Larry Bird, he passed by our locker room. He's like, there's nobody in here can guard me. But he was just playing though, yeah, because he was free.
Who's that? That's what?
Before this big game against Dominique, that Larry was out shooting. And I was out shooting early at one end of the court. Larry was down at the other end, and I noticed that Larry was down there like shooting left-handed jump hooks from like 12, 15 feet. Now, he made left-handed shots, but I saw him shooting right-handed jump hooks from 12 or 15 feet. And I went down there and go like, what are you doing? He goes, my Achilles tendons are killing me. My step back it won't work tonight. I need that jump hook. And he made something that game. I mean, it's just unbelievable. That just tells you his confidence and tells you what kind of a player he was, just to have a game plan of what shots he was going to make that night.
So
Yeah, bro,
it
that
set up
is
for
different, bro. Like, come on now. He like the Achilles, he like the Achilles. They ain't, they not with me today. I'm gonna have to change up the place. What player just change up his play style? You know what I mean? Mid game prep. He like, all right, bet, fuck it. I ain't gonna tell the coach. I ain't gonna tell the trainers that my shit hurting because they gonna try to take me out. But I'm finna switch it up. You feel me? He was out there at the left. Y'all know he got He got the best offhand of all time. You feel me? That left hand was ridiculous. You feel he could have replaced it with his right. Nobody would have knew. It was different. It was different, bro.
one of the greatest shootouts ever in the seventh game.
Despite Bird's brash words, the Hawks seemed unintimidated. And it would quickly become apparent that if Larry was to make good on his prediction, he would have to contend with a high-flying Dominique Wilkins, who would simply
Nigga Achilles
play
good.
the game of his life.
Come on. Y'all know what time it is, boy? Y'all in the bird nest now. Now it's time to work out.
With the right mindset, believing that we would have a chance to win Game 7.
You know, it was one of those Sundays in the Boston Garden, hot, crowd crazy. They expected they were going to win. I don't think they expected to have a tussle like they had in that game.
Game 7 will go down as one of the greatest games in NBA history.
Dominic was an unstoppable player. No guy could guard him in the league man for man. You could see his competitiveness. You could see his determination.
Yeah, out there.
7.
Swole. Look at him. Come here. You can't guard me. You can't guard me. God, don't go you.
On the floor who could match his will.
You can't guard Larry though. Who can guard Larry though? Come here. Well, I'm open. That's easy. Come on. Let's do it. Yep. Lay me. Pull up, pop out. Fuck it. Over the backboard. Let's do it. Where my foul at, ref?
And I remember he only had 12 points going in the fourth quarter.
I remember coming down the floor.
How much you in the game with?
I remember myself, Larry Bird, and Kevin Willis.
I really believe this. The reason why Larry Bird got so hot in that game, in that fourth quarter, Kevin Willis and I and Bird was running down the court, and we were running down the court, and Kevin reached across me, put his hands, and puts his finger in Larry Bird's chest, said, don't let this so-and-so score any more tonight. Kevin Willis came over and said, Nick, don't let him score tonight. And Bird standing there. Next time I'm looking at Kevin.
What you doing?
What are you doing? His Bird's eyes got like this big.
You don't want to awaken a sleeping giant.
What?
He got 12 points. Like, don't wake him up.
Are you crazy? Leave him sleep.
What?
Let him stay asleep. Yes.
What you doing? You don't wake up a sleeping giant.
He woke up the monster.
It's like his eyes got this big.
I look at Kevin, what?
Hold on, I'm finna charge it, bro. We ain't gonna die on y'all. Let me grab my charger, y'all. Right here. We good. We good. Don't worry about it. We good. We ain't missing out on this shit, boy. We got 9 minutes left. Let's do it.
What are you doing? And from that point, it was a shooting match.
That fourth quarter was unbelievable.
Bucket for bucket.
Sitting down before the fourth quarter, and I'm watching the game.
And I remember they took me out for a blow, and Kevin and Cliff Livingston came in the game, and he got hot.
And I remember Coach said, all right, Nick, go in there and slow him down. I said, slow him down.
He hot now. Forget that. That's the only thing I can do is try to match him bucket for bucket.
That's what turned out one of the greatest fourth quarters ever.
So we're playing, the ball goes up. You know how you clear space, you get that rebound every day. You're not even worried about it. Because I push it and I go up to get it, and all of a sudden, man, there's just a force all over my shoulder. He grabs it, he dunks it. You know, short shorts, they were right here. I tell you right now. I mean, he threw that thing down, and I was like, oh my, and Larry has the classic line. Larry goes, shoot, I better box that guy out, huh, Kev? I said, yeah, I suggest you put a body on him. That was one of the craziest things ever. I'd never seen a guy that high in my life. He just threw it down.
Short shorts right here, huh, kid?
Right here, baby. That was not, I still have nightmares about that, Smitty.
Obviously.
You had 47 in that game. Larry Bird had 34, but 20 of those.
In that quarter. But like I said, I think he ended with 34.
He had 22 in the fourth. Oh my God. Larry. How much did the team have in the fourth quarter? They probably only had like 40 at the most. Oh my, I don't even, I'm probably doing them due diligence. They probably had less than that. It's probably like 35. Dude, this guy is 22 in the fourth with your season on the line, with your back against the wall, with your Achilles hurting. What left do you got in you? You feel me? Do you got that? They said, Larry, what left do you got in you? Larry said, I got that dog in me. What the fuck? What the fuck? Give me the ball.
Game.
Give me the ball.
I don't think
Look,
it
come
was
here.
so much edge they had.
Let's
I
do
just
it.
thought it was a player that they had, and that was Larry Bird.
Saying they wasn't better. Larry Bird was just better than you.
Shoulders in that fourth quarter.
The Celtics are ahead of the Atlanta Hawks. 84-82. Will return to the Garden. Make it easier.
Let's hoop, Larry. Yep. Give me that ball. Come here. Lefty. Lefty. Lefty float. Come on. Come on, let's do it. Pull up. You're not. That's too much space. Why am I even that open? I don't know. Oh, come here. Yep. And one. And fucking one. Fuck off, man. Well, that's a late with the left. Good shot. Come here. Come on now. You too little. Ugh. That boy Dominique
was pretty much the whole game.
His shit all
Larry,
net.
The fourth quarter kind of then, carried their team. That's what made him so great.
All the Dominique shots all net, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Look. Them bit not touch rim. Let's do it then. Come on, let's go net for net. Come on. Come here. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough shot. Oh my. Man, Larry. When Larry get in Ball Hog Nation, y'all did not tell me Larry was in Ball Hog Nation. You feel me? It's two guys on me. I don't give a fuck. I'm not losing. And they can't guard me. You feel me? That's all that was. It's two guys on me. It's the fourth quarter, and I'm not losing. I don't give a fuck. I'm shooting it. You feel me? Hey, shout out Ball Hog Nation, bro. Everybody got to take their turn up in there. You feel me? Shout out Ball Hog Nation. Let me come here. In your mouth, boy. Come here. In your mouth. Come here. Give me the ball, bro. He can't fucking guard me. Come here. Legs. Lefty legs. Lefty legs, yep. Them lefty legs. Pull up. Come here. Come here. They definitely blew their chance. He did tell y'all blew y'all chance.
20 points this quarter. He is 9 of 10 in this period. He has hit his last 6 field goals. And as far as Larry Bird is concerned, it's Detroit. Here we come.
Get the ball to Larry and let him make the read, because if they come double, he's going to make the right play.
For sure.
And the game wasn't that complicated for him, and he made some tough shots. Like I said, some left-handed running.
Look at that lay, bro.
And again, he wasn't
Do you
feeling
see that?
great at that time of the year. At that
What
moment.
is he like? Come on.
To watch him just gut it out and just to will his body to even finish that game, let alone score 20 in the fourth quarter of a Game 7, is mind-boggling to me.
Larry Bird that night was. Listen, he was unbelievable, and he was so clutch. Meek was just as clutch that night. It's just that Larry in the fourth quarter was unstoppable.
So clutch is not just the final 3 or 4 seconds of a game.
And the thing is, we were sending everybody at him to slow him down. He was so hot that I think one of the shots he hit was a left-handed three. That's when you know a guy is in the zone.
Man, he was doing a little bit of everything. I don't know really what he was doing in that fourth quarter, but the stuff that he was doing, it was unbelievable, man. I mean, he was throwing left-hand shots, running hooks. His game was at another level. We was trying to match each other's will.
20 of his 34 in the fourth quarter. Dominique had...
Larry Bird hit more clutch shots you know, in pressure situations than any player.
And told you about each and every one, right?
You talked about Larry Bird saying someone's got to lose this game. When did he say that to you? Early in the fourth or late in the fourth?
No, it was late in the fourth quarter. It was probably like, I don't know, 30, 40 seconds to go in the game. I think it was a timeout, or we were taking the ball out of the bounds. I can't remember what it was, but I remember him saying that. And he said, you know, we both deserve to win, but somebody got to go home. And man, to his credit, man, he took the Celtics and put them on his back. And
he would call the spot.
Yeah.
You know, but he never called a spot against me. That's kind of disrespect.
Why he lying, bro? Why he ain't never called a spot? Dominique, boy, he gave y'all niggas 60 good ones. He called every spot. Fuck you talking about? Do we need to pull up the film, Dominique? Don't do that. They laughing and shit. They know the truth. That's why they really laughing, bro. The fuck is he talking about? Boy, he talking about he ain't never called a spot on me. Boy, he was out there fucking doing whatever he want. He had your teammates cheering against you. What you talking about? Hell, he talking about he ain't never called a spot. You stop lying, nigga.
I tell people Larry Bird talk trash.
Yes, and let you know. Let you know every time.
But it ain't the trash. It wasn't the trash word, it was the meaning. You know, it's like, I'm going to shoot left-handed this time.
Right.
Why you put a white boy on me?
Pretty much that was it. I mean, that was one of the greatest performances I've seen from a guy in those circumstances. Because you're talking about 7th game in the playoffs. To carry his team the way he did in that fourth quarter.
When you talk about the clutch shots, he hit 10 clutch shots in that game.
It was crazy too, because it's rare in a game you feel it. Like, you know, you guys have been in games where after the game, people say, man, that was the most amazing game, but you were in it. And you're like, you know, I didn't feel that. I knew it was a good game.
Right.
That was one of the few games I was saying, this was a hell of a game right now. It was a hell of a game. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's like poetry in motion. I mean, he knew how to play the game before you even got to him.
And it was a shootout in the fourth quarter. It came down to the last shot.
One left to ponder what might have been. The other to lead his team onward.
Hey, man, that's the end of the video. And now, since you watched the video, now you can see why you never poked Larry Bird. Literally. He literally poked him. You feel me? You don't do that. You don't do that. Literally, figuratively, you know what I mean? You don't even type it. Don't type it. Don't even think about it. Because 11 times out of 10, Larry gonna bust your ass. But nah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notices, get down in the comment section, comment your thoughts and concerns. It's been your boy Teeski, man. I appreciate you for hanging all the way through the video. You a real one for sure. I hope you walked your dog, fed your cat. But I'm gonna get up out of here, my dogs. Peace.